commercials ever recorded in the history of television?
Yes, those are the ones for Groundworks, right?
And there it is right now. I've been hearing from a lot of people. Apparently, these are running all over the country.
Yeah, we're gonna do.
And I'm delighted because
reading.
Groundworks is awesome. This is a company that you want to call if you have a foundation problem, or if you have a crawl space that needs to be encapsulated, or if you've got water damage.
That's what we were reading
I met
about
him a couple years ago in Virginia Beach when the owner, a guy named Matt Malone, turned all of the workers into owners. It was a huge day.
Yeah.
And I've just been such a fan of this company ever since. So we got together, we made these commercials, and if you see them on TV, just know that they're completely unscripted. We shot it like an episode of Dirty Jobs. Those are real employees of Groundworks who are now owners of the company.
Now we have 3 of them.
They kicked my butt.
I was gonna say, you called me that day, and you were like, man, this is like, I haven't done this in a long time.
Like my owl book. Isn't it cute? There's a little latch so you can latch it. Go like this. You can mark a spot too. So if you want to mark your spot in the book, you just carve it in there like this. And like this. I got it at a little shop, Enchantments in Booth Bay. Also a little big shop. There's a lot of stuff in there. You could never look at everything in one trip. And you can try, but there's a lot of stuff in there. Enchantments in Booth Bay. That's always been one of my mom's favorite stores as long as I can remember. Thank you. We got 3 books. Got some different requests we haven't done in a little while. Try to get my reading voice on here. Did you see that in the ancient history? Yeah, hold on. Yeah, well, a few of us had gotten this, and someone from class posted. I know it's in here. It was about smallpox, right? What page is it? I think I got it. Yeah, right here. Account of the smallpox inoculated in New England upon all sorts of persons, whites, blacks, and all ages and constitutions. Oh, I see. Yeah, you see how it has in the writing? I know it kind of messed it up when I was trying to say it. What does that say? Yeah. Humbly dedicated to Her Royal Highness, the Princess of Wales. And then see, they did it again. It says physician. See how it looks like an F? Or should be an S. A half arc. Is that what it is? Fifician. Fifician. Printed for S. Chandler at the Crofts Keys. With some account of the nature of the infection in the natural and inoculated way and their different effects on human bodies. In the natural and inoculated way. Man in space. stars that gave birth to tomorrow. The year between October 1957 and June 1963 saw two nations complete the first leg of the strange and fruitful endeavor known popularly as politically as the space race. In that brief span between the launching of Sputnik 1 and the flight of Valery Boksovsky, America and the Soviet Union permanently changed man's horizons with their soaring missiles, vast testing bases, and far-flung tracking stations. In less than 6 years, tomorrow arrived with a rush. Tchaikovsky. The Soviet and American space programs differed notably but inconclusively. The Russians have the more powerful rockets, sent up the heavier spacecraft. The Russians, having the more powerful rockets, sent up the heavier spacecraft. In the test that preceded manned flight, they used dogs chiefly, while the Americans preferred the man-like anthropods. Yet both programs moved swiftly through similar stages to achieve mastery of the multi-orbit flight, and they made a moon landing so certain that only the exact date remained in doubt. Crewmen of the Baker-Nunn satellite tracking camera keep watch at Oregon Pass in New Mexico, waiting for Russia's Sputnik 2 to pass overhead in November 1957. The intricate new camera, designed to study the characteristics of satellites in orbital flight, was one of 12 installed during the International Geophysical Year, which marked the first Soviet-American cooperation in space. That's pretty cool, huh? Good one. On the new frontier, it would be necessary to start anew and to discard old ways of thought, and that perhaps was the greatest hope of the age that had now dawned. And off to tabletop test for space. These are tests being done with dogs and rabbits. Calling across the great silence. Space age alchemy. Got a good one. Perfect timing for today. A technician working to develop a nuclear rocket fuel thrusts an experimental alloy into a blazing test furnace. This alloy, a mixture of tungsten and uranium dioxide, serves as the heat source for the rocket's atomic reactor. It is one of the few materials able to withstand the thermal shock of the 420 degree Fahrenheit liquid hydrogen propellant entering the 2000 degree Fahrenheit rocket motor. There are strange stars near Arcturus. There are strange stars near Arcturus. Voices are carrying an unknown name in the sky. That was Archibald MacLeish. Episode to be left in the earth. It was centuries before mankind realized the true size of the solar system, with its planets circling hundreds, even thousands of millions of miles apart. Yet when measured against the far greater immensities of the universe, Earth and its sister planets appear as a tight and compact family, huddling close to the warmth of their central sun. Even the most far-ranging of the explorations within our solar system will cover scarcely 1/10,000th of the distance of the nearest star. But it is among the stars rather than our sister planets that we must search if we hope to find intelligence. Even if Mars or Venus now harbors life, it would be a fantastic coincidence if that life happened to be anywhere near our own level of development. We must never forget the immensity of the universe in time as well as distance. Our own solar system is about 5 billion years old. Within that system, life has existed on the planet Earth for perhaps 2.5 billion years. Only in the last million years has the tool-making animal called man become dominant. Only in the last 5,000 years has he started asking questions of the stars. Tool-making animal called man, yeah, has become dominant. Top of the food chain, is that what they say? Yeah, only in the last 5,000 years, squirrels, he's getting his crackers. Only in the last 5,000 years has he started asking questions of the stars, and only in the last 50 years has he made any real strides towards answering them. Excuse me. Assuming an evolutionary development paralleling our own, the odds become roughly 1,000,000 to 1 against our encountering in this solar system any sort of beings comparable even to the ancient Babylonian astrologer priests, much less the satellite builders of the space age. See the squirrel? Out there, he's eating his crackers. However, if instead of taking the parochial solar viewpoint, we stand off and look at the cosmos. Parochial. However, if instead of taking the parochial solar viewpoint, we stand off and look at the cosmos in which every star is itself a sun, these astronomical odds are reversed. It now appears that these distant suns, perhaps as many as 1 in 10, has habitable planets orbiting it. In our own galaxy, much of which is invisible even with the largest telescopes, there may be billions of Earths, many of them supporting life. But how to contact that life, if it is intelligent, or to observe it, if it is not? To visualize the problem of interstellar communication, we must construct some kind of model. Let us do so on the hardly generous scale of 1 foot to every 1,000,000 miles, which will really cut the solar system down to size. Mars and Venus are then 35 and 25 feet away. We can almost think of them as the houses next door. We suspect that both are unoccupied. Certainly their thermostats are set at the most uncomfortable levels. The other houses of our little solar suburb are ranged around us at distances varying from 20 yards to about 2/3 of a mile. Now that space travel is possible, we shall soon go visiting, starting with our immediate neighbors and working outward. It may take us a century to make all our calls, but there is no hurry. After all, only 5 centuries ago, we were not aware even of all the rooms in our own house. Little fun. Okay, and the other one you wanted to do. Yeah, those will be fun for class later. These are some good topics. Page 276. This is one of my favorite books. Scientific Principles of Psychology. Englewood Cliffs, New Jersey, designed by Harry Reinhardt, Patience Hall Psychology Series. There has been a great deal of discussion in the public press about subliminal perception and subception. What in the world? Well, that was in there. There has been a great deal of discussion in the possible press about subliminal perception and subception. These terms refer to perception below the level of awareness. Some advertisers have claimed that they can increase buying on the part of a movie audience by flashing the name of a product on the screen so dimly that no one could consciously see it. The use of subliminal perception technique seemed a great